All right, party goers, welcome back to Zero Dark Nerdy, the world's most average pop culture podcast brought to you by the Believe Podcast Network, betonline.ag, Golden Ticket Cinemas, and of course, our good friends over at Sailfish Comics with three locations in North Carolina, one in Concord, one in Winston-Salem, and one right here in Greensboro. This is your boy Brian, aka El Nino, and today I'm joined with
SD Ree from San Diego. Hi, Rhionna Sullivan.
good to have you
Just for
back.
Yeah, I'm so excited. It's been a while.
Oh, it's been too long. It's been too long.
It's been way too long. I know
Oh,
we've tried, but you know what? Life, right?
that's right. That's right. Life happens. Life happens. And who else do
Yep.
we got today?
Jordan, aka Baby Knife.
There we go.
Ooh,
Here we
look
go.
at
So
that.
this is
I
our
the fans picked
little
it.
mental health episode here. But before we get into mental health stuff, which we're going to just be talking about some of the things that help calm us down per se. We are just kind of disclaimer out here. We are not mental health experts.
No.
We are not licensed psychologists by any means, even though as
You.
a former bartender, I feel like bartenders are unlicensed psychologists.
Oh, 100%. My friends tell me I would rather talk to you than my therapist. So
There
I'm
you go.
like,
There you go.
and I'm free
Exactly.
of charge, which maybe I should start Venmoing them. I don't know. Just kidding.
Just diplomatic, just diplomatic.
Yeah.
But yeah, we all go through some days, and we're
Yeah.
just going to be talking about what gets us through the
Yep.
rough days. On top of that too, besides mental health, Rihanna's been a big fan of the show, and we've had
Yep.
her on plenty of times. And I'd love to know what's been going on in the world of municipal. By the way, big shout outs to Mark and Harry and everybody.
Yeah.
Always good to
Yeah. You
mention the
know what?
fam, and I am decked out in
Yeah,
municipal
you are. And
here.
you have the bloom on, which was like one of our first patterns. And we were
Yes.
like, we're curious how this is going to land. And it landed really well.
Oh,
Everybody
I
loved
love
it.
it.
We sold out
I actually haven't
immediately.
worn this in a while because
Yeah.
I was like 10 pounds overweight. So now it fits
It
perfect.
happens. You know what? That's part of mental health too. You like gain weight and then you lose it and you gain it.
Yeah.
And it's just like a
Yeah.
back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, we're doing good. We opened our first flagship retail location in Oceanside, California. We did that in November. It's super awesome. So it's a massive building
Uh-huh.
in South Oceanside. The
Okay.
front of the house, we have retail, we have a coffee shop, we have a lounge with free Wi-Fi so people can come in and like network and have meetings if they work from home. We
Yeah.
also have a barber shop because we're in Oceanside, which is like a highly like military population because Camp Pendleton's right there. So we
Okay.
offer discounts on like haircuts for military people. Oh my gosh, you guys should see it. It's amazing. I'm
Oh,
not there right now,
man.
obviously.
Jordan. Yeah, we
I'm in
gotta
my
we gotta
house.
make that trip out to San Diego and see what's
Yes,
going
you
on.
should. It would be fun. We
Yeah,
do a lot of cool stuff that I
be
can
awesome.
speak to when we're, you know, going through mental health stuff because
Yeah,
we're all about being the best version of yourself. And
I
so
love it.
we're committed to that, you know?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
The fact that you can incorporate not just shopping, but coming over to get
Yeah.
coffee, get a haircut. Like I like a good, neck trim and the whole
Yeah.
9 yards. And then on top of
Yeah.
that, be able to do some work. Because even as
Yeah.
someone that used to work remote all the time, I like to have my little spots where I can go work remote from that's
Yeah.
not my house. Because then you can't, it's hard to kind of
Yeah.
differentiate the home from the
Home from
workspace.
like yeah from work stuff, yeah. And then we have the coffee shop and we partnered with Earth Cafe, which they're like an organic
Yeah.
coffee shop. And we're the only space in San Diego that has it. They're based out of LA.
Yeah.
And the coffee is so good. And so
Oh
we
my
have coffee,
God.
pastries, and it's just like I don't know, it's a fun place to hang out. This is the
Oh,
perfect time for this like
yeah.
whole episode because we're doing so many things like outside of just like here we have really cool t-shirts and hoodies. We're also
Right.
like trying to provide um good things for the community where they don't have to pay for it, right? Because everything's so expensive. We're having fun though. We really are. So
Excellent.
it's good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Well,
Yeah.
good. Good. All good things in municipal land, and be sure to check out the website municipal.com. So, Jordan, starting off again, this is an episode where we're just going to be talking about some things that mean a lot to us that can help us during our not so great days, as
Mhm.
mental health I don't want to say, I mean, yeah, we are advocates, and again,
Yeah.
we're not licensed professionals by any means, but we have our bad days and our moments, and
Yeah.
there's things, whether, pop culture or not, that help us get through those days. Jordan, do you want to, start off with, a couple things that help you, relax and whatnot?
I guess I'll start with like the pop culture type stuff, comfort
Mhm.
stuff for me. Um, so I've got 5 shows. I'll just rattle them off. Parks and Rec is one of them.
Mhm.
Just a sitcom that I've always loved since I was young, and the cast is just one of those casts you just see them all together, and it's just very uplifting and
Yeah.
amazing. Amy Poehler and Chris Pratt and Aubrey Plaza. Just the entire cast. It's a fantastic ensemble cast, a great NBC comedy. Um, Bob's Burgers, as far as animation goes, I'll put on Bob's Burgers every now and then to cheer myself up. It's hard to watch Bob's Burgers and remain upset. Um,
So true.
it's such a good, silly show to just not take life so seriously.
Yeah.
New Girl is, I've
Oh,
probably seen that show more than any other show.
Hmm.
I've way too many times.
Jake
Jake
Johnson.
Johnson.
Yeah.
And him and Zoe Deschanel, I'm like, forget about it. They
Yes,
love it, love it. I watch it all the
that
time.
that's another one. The entire cast is
Yeah,
just so good. Everybody has their favorite. My favorite is
Schmidt.
between Nick and Winston.
Okay. Oh,
I think Winston's my favorite.
Uh-huh.
Super underrated character to me, but
Yeah.
I can
yeah.
see that. I mean, they're all so good though. It's really hard to
They
like
play off each
nail
other
down
so
Oh
one.
my
well.
God,
You
it's
can't.
so
Yeah.
good.
It was like the chemistry between
Yep,
them all just like makes sense and it's funny.
Yeah.
it's
Like,
amazing.
yeah, it's
It's a
so good.
show, even though I've seen it 20 times, somehow it
Yeah.
gets funnier every time. And I don't understand that at all. Like it just gets
Yeah.
funnier.
No, I totally
Um,
get that.
but yeah, New Girl. The weird one in there, and it's just like a right now thing, is The Crown. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's not like it's a very uplifting show, but
No.
it's
Right.
just I don't maybe it's nice to see that my life's not that complicated
Right?
and so I don't have to, weigh being a human being with a royalty a royal leader or
Yeah.
whatever, but I don't know. I find it comforting right now because that's like what I'm watching right now.
Yeah,
Uh
and it's also like good because it's like based in history. So like
Yeah.
yes, it's
yeah.
comforting, but it's also like you're learning about like how
Oh
the
yes.
life, you know what I mean? Like
I'm
it's
Googling the whole time.
educational and it makes you feel better. You know
Oh,
what I
So
mean?
yeah. I Googled the
Yeah.
entire time. I love learning about,
yeah.
Yeah.
history and stuff. So that's my like weird one. And
Okay.
Broad City is
Yeah.
like my all-time pick-me-up show. With the Lana Glazer and Abby Jacobson. Amy Poehler kind of had a
Okay.
producer hand in that show, and that she makes a cameo in one episode too. A really
Okay.
funny cameo as a chef. But that show I've also seen probably as many times as New Girl. It's just New York City, two girl best friends in their 20s, early 30s,
Mm.
who are
Okay.
immature and
I
just
don't think I've ever
figuring out
seen it.
life.
So like I'm like mental note. I'm gonna
There you
watch
go.
it
It's
because that
on
sounds like
Hulu.
something I would love.
It's
Yeah.
so
Oh,
good. It's
Brianna, you would
hilarious.
love it.
Oh
It is
gosh. Okay.
hilarious.
I'm glad because I'm like on the path of like I just keep rewatching stuff because
Right.
Oh
I need
yeah,
something
watch
that I can
this.
absorb without really absorbing it. So
Yeah.
my mom's like, "What about watching this? What about watching this?" And I'm like, "Mom, I cannot watch a show
Oh yeah, you
and
can do
really
that with
like think
this.
about what I'm
No,
seeing,
Yeah.
no
right? Like I
thinking
can't. I just
required.
need it to be like there. I need it
No
to
thinking
exist.
required at all for
Okay.
this.
Oh,
Just put it on and
beautiful.
enjoy.
I love it.
My one movie franchise is Harry Potter. The Harry Potter
Oh,
franchise is
okay.
just something I grew up with and is super nostalgic and like
Yeah.
warm and cozy to me. Just phenomenal movies. I talk
Yeah.
about it all the time.
Yeah.
But just really comforting movies, especially with fall time coming. They're
Oh
great,
yeah.
like fall binge. Watch all those. Prisoner of Azkaban, especially.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm
yeah.
excited about practical magic too. I'm not gonna lie
Oh,
because
I
practical
forgot they're
magic
doing
is one
that.
of my like,
Yeah.
That's a
I'm
good
like, yeah,
one.
they murder
That's a really
someone,
good
but who
one.
cares? They're
Yeah.
cute and they're happy.
Yeah.
um,
That'll be awesome.
yeah.
But that's what I got for TVs and movie.
Yeah.
movies.
Okay.
So I was actually
Good.
talking to my mom earlier today, and I was like, I'm a big fan of like leaning into the sad for like a specific
Sure.
period
Yeah.
of time,
Sure.
right? And
Sure.
so when I'm having like days where I feel really down and I know I just need to cry, I
Yeah.
have like my
Right.
list of movies. So
Yeah.
it's like I watch Serendipity,
Okay.
and you know what I mean?
Great movie.
And it's not even like I'm bawling. It's just like there's so many emotions in it. So it's like
Yeah.
Serendipity, it's Me Before You,
Yeah.
My Best Friend's Wedding. I have all these like really uplifting rom-coms, but that
Sure.
also like tug at your heartstrings, and then I'll cry and I'll wake up
Yeah.
the next day and be like, "Oh, I feel so relieved," because a
Right.
lot of people are like, I don't want to cry, and I'm like, I need tears
Yeah.
Yes.
to like
Yes.
move past how I'm feeling regardless of how I'm feeling, you know.
Hmm.
And so those are my movies. I'm sure there's
Nice.
more of a lot of them. um but uh but for like same with you, Jordan, New Girl, always
Hmm.
on in the background. Friends, like
Yeah.
I
Good
don't even
one.
have to see what's on the screen. I know like the words that are coming next
Yep.
because I've watched it so much. But it's just like it's light, it's airy.
Yep.
It doesn't make me have to think.
Yep.
Um, Same with, I don't know if you've seen, okay, this show, which I need to figure out how we can get it on streaming. Have you guys ever watched My Boys?
Huh.
Uh-uh.
Okay, it was this show, and I think they were based in Chicago. And it was like this one girl who had like all guy friends, and
Yeah.
she was like super into sports. Like it was like Friends, but there was only like one main
Okay.
female
Yeah.
character,
Uh-huh.
and then her like five best guy friends, and they lived upstairs from like a sports bar. And it was just like
Awesome.
so fun to watch. And I hate the
Huh.
fact that I've never been able to find it anywhere on streaming. And
Ah,
it
that
was like
sucks.
it wasn't on for very many seasons, but it was just like so good. What
Yeah.
about you, Brian?
So, show wise, you guys have named a few that I really love. The funny thing is, Lev and Mark have been either
Oh.
producers or executive producers for two of my favorite shows. One I mentioned earlier, Entourage.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I loved it when it came out. We used
Mm-hmm.
to have our Sunday dinners. This is when
Yeah.
Jordan was like a baby, like my daughter over here, who's about to be 24 years old. She was like maybe 2 or 3 at the time. But on Sundays, we used to have get togethers because it was Sopranos and then Entourage would come on right
Yeah.
after. And it was like the best, some of my best Sunday memories.
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
Entourage is definitely one of my background shows. And then
Yeah.
the other one that unfortunately only got 2 seasons, and I feel like we deserve more, was How to Make It in America. Quick
Oh,
watch, just like Entourage, 30 minutes. I mean,
yep.
it's only 2 seasons, so you can literally binge it. It's just a
Yeah.
fun show. It's about
Yeah.
literally how to, two guys hustling in New York. And I mean, the
Yeah.
whole thing, what I loved about it even more, I know Jordan mentioned it earlier with Broad City, just like Broad City, like it's shot entirely in New York.
Yeah.
There's no
Mm.
sets, none of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yep.
it's
Yep.
all like they're shooting it in the city, in
Yep.
apartments, on the street, the whole nine
Yep.
yards. So it's a beautiful way to represent New York and
Mm-hmm.
people just on the grind trying to make it.
I've
And
actually never seen that one either,
oh,
so I'll
oh,
have to
I'm
like.
That's
telling you,
good. Yeah.
yeah, Lev
Yeah.
did great with. I mean, he does great with a lot of this stuff, but those
Yeah.
two always stick out to me as far as TV shows. I got to say
Mhm.
one that's very similar to New Girl, especially because Damon Wayans Jr. was also
Oh,
a New Girl, but Happy
okay.
Endings. Happy Endings is a phenomenal show. Oh crap. It froze on both of you right now.
He's frozen.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Okay. All right. There we go. Oh my
Okay.
gosh. I
There.
hope it like stays for a second when you see this,
Yeah.
Jordan, and you edit, because literally
Yeah.
both of your faces are like, but Happy Endings is so
Well, yeah, you
good.
were frozen for us. So
Okay.
Yeah.
it's like,
Like
Yeah,
for
it
a
was it was
hot
just so
minute,
funny where
somebody
everyone was
yeah.
stuck at. But
Yeah.
yeah, so a lot of people don't know Damon Wayans Jr. was obviously on the first episode of New Girl, and then you don't
Yeah.
see him for until I think it's season 4. And that's
When he
because
comes
he
back,
had
yeah.
already committed to
Oh, okay.
Happy Endings. And then when Happy Endings got canceled, he went right over to New Girl. And they're
Okay.
both very similar, like with the flashback scenes.
Yep.
And I think the dynamic is it's great on both
Yeah.
shows. I'm not here to debate, which
Yeah.
show's better. They're both great shows in their own
Great
way.
shows. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely like my feel good show. And in terms of movies, I always go back to Big with
Oh, yeah.
Tom Hanks. That's
Yep.
just like it's always been a favorite of mine. It's honestly one of my favorite Tom Hanks films.
Yeah.
And just kind of reminds me of just me. Like we all wish that we can grow up, and then we grow up, and it's like, why did we
You're
wish
like,
for this?
I know. I'm like, I would like nap time and
Yes.
summer breaks.
Yeah.
Like my friend told
Yes.
me the other day, he's like, it's the last day of summer for my kids. And I was like, I just got like adjacent sad because I feel sad for them, but like I haven't had
Right.
a summer vacation. So like I
Right.
shouldn't feel sad because I'm not
Yeah.
going back after a summer break. I was just like, I feel adjacent sad because I
Oh
know how that
man.
feels, you know?
Exactly. But yeah, that's
Uh,
definitely one of my go-tos.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Besides that, as far as like non-pop culture stuff, I think we can all be
Yeah.
in agreement. You got the hat, puppies make me
Oh
happy.
my gosh.
Our
Hmm.
pets, we unfortunately lost Leia at the beginning of the year,
I
and
know.
it's been tough. Um,
Yeah.
I've not experienced loss like this ever. And we got Lucy a couple years ago, and it was
Yeah.
great. And it's been great with her
Yeah.
around. Like having Leia has made me a better dog dad,
Yeah.
for sure. And just doing anything at all with Lucy, even if we're just on the couch watching TV or she's
Yeah.
just sleeping in bed
Hmm.
next to me. And besides that, it's family for me, just being
Yeah.
around each other, even though we don't, we're not your typical family that kind of talks every day. Like my wife has that family to where her mom and
Yeah.
her sister talk like every single day. Like Jordan and I
Yeah.
talk almost every day.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
it is one of those things to where family is everything. And at the end of the day, being around family, even if we don't talk much and we're just around each other, just watching a movie or watching a show. Like we watch these
Yeah.
ridiculous shows like what
Hmm.
is it,
Yeah.
90 Day Fiance and all that
Fiance.
Oh
crap.
yeah, we watch
We'll
reality
watch all
TV
this crap that
together.
I will never watch it without him. You know,
I literally watched that show and I think I'm I'm good
you're
in life.
good.
You
Exact.
know,
Yep.
like when I
Yeah.
feel like
Yep.
I'm like, what are you doing with your life? I watch that show and I'm like,
Just
I'm
put on any
I'm
TLC
solid.
Yeah.
show.
Oh my gosh,
Exactly.
right? Like, oh
You-
Exactly.
goodness.
No, but that's kind of, my rundown
Yeah.
is I just try to think about and focus on things that make me feel
Yeah.
good. And that's what I just recommend for everybody. Anytime, even as a bartender, as a friend, people are like, "Hey,
Yeah.
what do you do on your darkest days?" It's,
Yeah.
I'll text you, Rihanna. I'll text my
Yeah,
daughter.
absolutely.
I'll text it. I texted you a couple weeks ago, Rihanna, when I was like I was having a
Yeah.
rough couple days,
Yeah.
and you were there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
That's
You
that's
reach out
what
to
it's
the
all
people that
about.
you will know, like that will show up for you and understand what you're
Mhm.
going through, and that having that those connection points and being able to be like, hey, it's I'm having a shitty day. I
Yep.
don't feel well. Like I
You
can't
got to
do
get it out.
whatever XYZ we promised,
Right.
or
Yep.
just having somebody that will respond to you. It's just really hard to be present for everything
Yep.
all the time. And so that's like one of like my biggest things. I'm like, I show up because I don't ever want someone to feel how I feel
Yeah.
when someone doesn't show up for me, you know? And so like,
Yep.
but when you show up for other people, they in turn show up for you
Yep.
because it's like
Yeah.
understanding that like
Yeah.
you're there for me, I'm there for you.
Yep.
And it just and that hopefully like snowballs, you know,
Exactly.
so people continue to show up for people even though sometimes it is hard. We're
Yeah.
all busy, we're
Right.
all doing
Sure.
1,000 things.
Yeah.
um
It's just the little
Right.
things too.
yeah.
It only takes like a second to text back or a
Yeah.
second to check in on a friend that you haven't checked in on a while.
Yeah.
Just that little bit can mean the world to someone else.
Yeah.
That means the world to me. I
Yeah.
don't expect people to be like my phone blowing up all day. And believe it or not, it doesn't. And I'm fine
Yeah.
with that. But with the times that it does, where it's just like I get a text from, whether you
Yeah.
or someone I haven't talked to in a while, like,
Yeah.
hey, just checking in, seeing how you're doing, like
Yeah.
that could easily make my day.
Oh,
You know?
100%. And like I like trained all my coworkers, like you and me. I like hugs. And
Yeah,
so I like
I'm a hugger.
and I read an article that said like you need a certain amount of hugs to like feel good, you know?
Yeah.
So like everybody knows when I come in the office, like all of the guys, they're like, free. And they all stand up from their desks and they all give me hugs. And I know
Oh.
that
I love
that's
it.
because I train that, not that
Yeah.
I trained them. That sounds bad, but I just told them I just told them that I love hugs. And so when they see me, because I'm like
Yeah.
hybrid, so I'm not always in the office. So when
Yeah.
they see me, they like stand up and they give me hugs and I get like my feel of hugs for the day. Human connection is wild, right? When
Yeah.
you actually stop and think about it, because
Yeah.
that's probably like the best way. And we live too much
Yeah.
in the internet world
Yeah.
for mental
Well
Absolutely,
said.
health,
yeah.
right?
Well
Like,
said.
sorry, I just thought of that while I was saying
No,
that, but
no,
yeah.
no, it's great.
Um,
It's just stuff like
yeah,
this, right?
yeah,
Just
I mean,
Yeah.
communicating, and everybody has their own love language. And I think that's a
yeah,
big thing too. Like, mine is definitely touch. Like I hate the fact, and this is my only like rant.
yeah,
A lot of people are going, and I mean it's the internet, right? You're never going to make
yeah,
everybody happy, no matter what we do. There's probably going to be
yeah,
people that give this episode 1 star. I don't care.
yeah,
We're still
whatever.
going to do
Doesn't
whatever
matter.
we want.
Yeah.
But like with Pedro Pascal, he was getting so much crap because,
Hmm.
his co-stars, in particular female co-stars would, hold
Yeah.
his hand because he's got anxiety and stuff like
Anxiety.
that. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you need to watch your girlfriend around Pedro Pascal. It's like, dude, come on,
That's
man.
not what
Like
it's a,
it's a
that's not what it's
real
about.
thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a real thing. Like if I could and I'm at the red carpet, I'd have Ashley or my daughter next to me and they would know like
Yeah.
once I put my hand out, it's like it's
Yeah.
overwhelming. I went to
Yeah.
a radio party. Big shout out to two guys
Mhm.
named Chris. And it was a nice spread and everything else, but it was
Yeah.
just a lot of people I didn't know. It
Yep.
was also in a confined space
Yep.
in a luxury box for the grasshoppers.
Yeah.
And after about an hour, I looked at Ashley and she could tell. And
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey, we're gonna go grab a drink." That grab
Yeah.
a drink was
Bye.
Let's get
let's
out
go.
of here.
I
Yeah.
love an Irish goodbye. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No,
yeah,
but
I'm a
I
big
went
fan
So
of the
fun.
Irish goodbye just because
Me too.
sometimes it gets overwhelming
Well,
being
and then
in a
people are
place that
always
you
like,
don't know.
no, stay. And they try to
Right.
convince you. And then I feel guilty for leaving. So I'm just like, if
Yeah.
I back out, it'll be fine. I actually
Exactly. That's
I
why
went
we
to a
do the Irish goodbye because the last thing I want to do is get guilted into staying,
saying, and then I'm
especially in a
even
place
more
I don't
like,
know.
then I'm like more
Yep.
miserable.
To make myself comfortable.
Exactly. And that's like the one thing that I've been like, because I was really bad at it before.
Yeah.
I would just pretend like I was okay. And now I'm
Right.
at the point in my life where I'm like, I have I have to let you know like how I'm feeling and why I'm
Yep.
feeling that way. And I'm hoping that like you'll hear me and
Yeah.
understand and not make me feel bad about that.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's just it is who I am. And especially after the pandemic, at least for me, I'd spent like my whole life overcoming all of the feelings that I had with social anxiety and like being an
Hmm.
introvert and being in situations. And then I was like home for 3 years.
Yeah.
And then I go
Yeah.
back out into the world and I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
what?
Yeah.
real.
And you're trying to like relearn how to
Yeah.
be a person again.
Yeah. Little things here and there
Yeah.
where it,
It's
it just makes the slightest difference.
Yeah, it's just like a touch. Like if you're somewhere and
Yep.
someone like is like, oh, it's the hand on the
Yep.
shoulder, it's the like hand on the knee, it's the I recognize how
Yep.
you're feeling that
Right.
like
I
will
can
Exactly.
see you.
absolutely help.
The
You're not
understood.
Yeah,
Yes.
alone.
The ICU.
the ICU is
Yep.
so important. And I mean, Brian, you and I have talked about this. Like there's a lot of stuff going on in the world
Yeah.
that is very unsettling for a lot of
Hmm.
people. So I think like the number of people that are suffering from like mental health and
Yeah.
like just uncertainty is
Yeah.
skyrocketing,
Yeah.
right?
Agreed.
Absolutely. You
Agreed.
just feeling helpless as
Yeah.
far
Yeah.
as like wanting to help everything and everyone.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
makes you feel helpless and
Yeah.
desensitized too
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
tragedy, things
Yeah.
going on and the energy and like the space that we hold for to process bad things or process emotional
Yeah.
things, traumatic things, it's just getting lower and lower. So, like
Lower.
socially speaking, as
Yeah.
a
Well, yeah.
society.
They're
And it's
literally
just
Yeah.
a
saying
lot.
that.
Yeah. And also the weight is getting heavier, right? Because
Yes.
the more people that are the more crime that's happening, the more people that
Yep.
are getting senselessly killed, all of this stuff that like I know we are
Yeah.
probably all like very empathetic in this
Mhm.
podcast right now. The weight of that is really heavy to care.
Yeah.
carry all the time. I
100.
Yep.
feel it. Like I'll open the news and I'll read like two things and then I have to close
Yep.
it because
Yeah.
my whole heart is just like
Oh,
shattering. And I know that I can do what I can do,
yes,
but
exactly.
there's only so much that I can
Yeah.
do.
All right, Jay,
Nice.
wrap us up.
Yeah.
Um, I had some random things. I mean, obviously, I'll start with like family for me is always like
Yeah.
very comforting. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm very half and half, like a loner,
Hmm.
Yep.
like to do things alone or like process things alone a lot. But our whole family's like that. And then the other half of us is like, we will literally ride or die for our family. We will,
You can do both
we
though,
will
because
do
I
crazy things.
process
Yeah.
everything by myself, but I'm ride or die for my
Yeah.
people.
Exactly. That's
That,
Yep.
exactly it.
yeah.
Yeah. And we're all
1000%.
like that, which is the crazy
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But my family is always like, I'm very dependent on them emotionally. Like,
Yeah.
basically, like how they're doing is how I'm doing.
Yep.
Hmm.
And I mean, there's pros and cons to that, but like,
Yeah.
yeah. So, like, whether it be, I talk to my parents pretty much every day, but like, my grandparents as well are like,
Uh,
oh my God. Like, I don't know. There's something about them just connected to my childhood and whatnot, where I'm like, if I just need to call my abuela or abuelo, like, I need to do that.
yeah.
Period. So
That's
miss
so
them a
great.
lot. They're in Florida, but always a trip to see them, and that's usually where entire family will get together too. So it's just
Okay.
like that is the warm heart of our
Oh, I love that.
our family unit. So family's definitely number one, and then um, obviously animals too.
Oh my
My
gosh.
dogs. I'm now stop. He's being so mean. But
Don't, don't.
a cat mom, thanks
Oh,
to my girlfriend of 4 years, who's obviously also a big part of
oh,
my mental health.
yep.
Um, even though he's mean as hell. Anyways, um, yeah, animals is always
Yeah.
a very grounding thing to me and nature in general.
Yep.
Just being like, look at this beautiful thing that doesn't know what money is, that
Hmm.
And they're
doesn't know what
just
work.
so
They just
happy to
love you.
see
Unconditional.
you.
They're
Like,
Love
unconditional
you.
about their love. Really, that's my like people and animals are most of my list. My best friend, obviously, I'm long distance with my best friend now, unfortunately, but texting her is always
yeah.
like there's a certain part of me that like only she knows
Uh,
completely. And
yeah.
like, just texting her is just, even though we have lives that are like separate now and
Yeah.
whatnot, it's like the way that you can just come back like that with the best friend is just
Yeah.
100%. I mean,
Yeah.
unparalleled.
look at your godfather, Uncle Pisani.
Right.
I may only see him once a year.
Exactly.
We
Yeah.
text here and there a little bit more often, and I've known him since fourth grade. And it's like when we
Yeah.
see each other, time has not passed.
My stepsister just recently has been going through a divorce, and I told her, I was like, you know what? Like, that sucks. And it's awful to like get a divorce. But honestly, if you surround yourself with like a really good group of girlfriends, you're going to
Oh
be
yeah.
fine because they show up like for everything. And they're
Hmm.
just like, and you have to find the right ones, right? It's not going to be like every girlfriend you meet, but
Right.
like if you
Right.
find like a crew and you got and you understand each other, like they'll be there for you, like for everything.
Yeah.
Like they just will. Like if you're
Girlhood
sick, they'll
loyalty
show.
is something different.
Oh, it's
It is.
wild, right? It really is. Not saying that you wouldn't be there for us, Brian, but
Oh,
I'm just saying, like,
Right.
it's different. Jordan
Nope.
knows.
girl.
Clock it.
Girl. Yeah,
Oh, I tell
I
you,
know.
I love this convo. We
Yeah.
definitely have to pick it up again. It
Yep.
has been it's been rewarding and it's been refreshing. And
Yeah.
for those of you watching or listening, we hope that you got as much out of this as we did. But yeah, be sure to check
Oh,
out Zero Dark Nerdy and all your favorite social media platforms, especially on YouTube. Give us a like, subscribe, rating, follow, all that fun stuff. Of course, be sure to follow Municipal for the most comfortable sport utility gear on the planet. We will see you next time.